when the team is in a sort of very tense situations outside, he used to go in at every break. Like after 10 overs, he used to go inside and have a pep talk with them and cool them down. So definitely, his presence in the dressing room and the field, it made a big impact. At no stage of the game they were giving up. They played with so much passion this time. Because they had that behind their mind with what happened the last time to them. Gambhir was there because he's doing the rounds everywhere in every newspaper. I don't know who the other two are. And Gambhir has played in all three formats. You see, as a cricketer, so he's experienced in all the three formats. He's done T20s, a lot of T20s, so he's played a lot of T20s. So I think that should be a plus point for him also.
Are you looking at a different red ball coach or white ball, red ball same?
That is not yet decided, but actually that wouldn't be a bad idea really. If you can zero in on that, look at two different areas, but that is not yet discussed again. When Tendulkar retired, I mean, nobody thought someone will fill his shoes, but then Virat came along and he did a fantastic job. So I'm sure the IPL is throwing up a lot of young cricketers. So we should find someone who will be capable in the next few years.
How are you, Roger?
Good.
And you managed to catch up with your old friends, Viv and Clive?
Yeah. Met Viv, I met Randy Roberts, I met Sir Garfield Sobers, I met Ambrose. They all come for the matches,
Right.
Sir Garfield Sobers is 89, and he still walks around to the matches. He sits and watches the whole day,
Oh, wow.
Really good, yeah.
Did you guys talk about the 1983 finals?
we were telling everybody around, this is the team that did us in 83.
Yeah.
So I took a few photographs with him. He was very, very courteous and nice. He's a gentleman, yeah.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of him in the Indian dressing room. He's still looking very, very fit.
Yeah, that's right. He's lost a little bit of weight. That muscle mass is gone, but he's still very fit, yeah.
How old is he? He must be what?
I think is 72, is it? 73.
73. Oh,
72 or 73, yeah.
Seeing him, and he did tell the Indian players when they're not wearing, when the maroon colored jersey is not playing, he always wants India to win.
In fact, he told us that in Antigua. He said, "You're on your way. Don't worry." He said, In Antigua, when we played, who did we play? Australia, I think.
Yeah.
So he said, "You're on your way. Good luck."
But overall, Roger, just to start the interview, overall, the monkey off the back, 11 years without an ICC title.
Yeah.
It's not that you were the president right through, but it happened when you were the president of the BCCI. We finally got the monkey off the back, winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
What are your views on this?
Well, I think the cricket these boys played were really superb. The way they fought. They fought from we were in two very, very difficult positions. One against Pakistan. When they were sailing along in the US in New York, and they were very. I mean, they should have won the game actually, but somehow we were able to turn around that game, and also in the final. I mean, we were in the same situation in the final. We were losers at one time. After the 15th over. Yeah, but I think the courage they showed and the fighting qualities, were really good.
What do you attribute this to, Roger? Because, starting from 2013, we've lost every final that we played. We've been knocked out in the semi-final. Finally, there's something which is obviously gelled and come together. Can you put it to a single reason or multiple?
But yeah, there has to be multiple reasons. One, I think the main thing is Rohit led from the front, and he and Rahul were able to get the team together. Which is very important. I mean, they did that the same thing in the 50 ball World Cup in India, but here everybody seemed to they didn't at no stage of the game they were giving up. They played with so much passion this time because they had that behind their mind, which is what happened the last time to them. You know, that is one thing. I mean, these two people, they got the team together. The second one, I think the wickets also, were very much suitable for us. Our type of cricket, slow, and the ball spinning a little bit. So we had the extra spinner also with us. So that also contributed to the success of the team. The the wickets. Yeah.
Yeah, but also I would think even Rahul, the ever calm Rahul Dravid.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
the calm nature play a big role in this World Cup victory?
Of course, yeah, it does. I mean, in these situations, when the team is in sort of very tense situations outside, he used to go in at every break. Like after 10 overs, he used to go inside and have a pep talk with them and cool them down. So definitely, his presence in the in the dressing room and the field, it made a big impact.
Yeah, now that Dravid is going out, Roger, have you guys
Yeah.
found a
Yes.
replacement? Is it confirmed, Gambhir, or do you still talks are still on?
Yeah, we have not yet finalized, but they've scrolled down to three people on the list. So, but we have to when we get back tomorrow, we will think they will decide finally, and because the committee has to meet us first. The committee
Right.
who picked the three names they've scrolled on to. So that we'll know when we get back only.
Yeah. So one of the names shortlisted, of course, is Gautam Gambhir.
I'm not sure that I know Gambhir was there because he's doing the rounds everywhere in every newspaper. I
Yeah,
don't know who
yeah.
the other two are.
I,
that
I,
was
I, I
very
I think WV
sorry.
Raman is WV Raman's name is also mentioned, and is what
Could
I
be,
heard.
yeah.
But yeah, but Gambhir. I'm just saying, Gambhir and
Yeah.
Rahul,
Yeah.
opposites, either end of the spring. One ever calm, and
Yeah.
Gambhir
Yeah.
ready for a fight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you think that's a negative, or different personalities can still do different things?
Well, it's basically how the coach handles the situations. That's important. If he and Gambhir has played in all three formats. You see, as a cricketer, so he's experienced in all the three formats. He's done T20s, a lot of T20s. So he's played a lot of T20s. So I think that should be a plus point for him also. You know, the player who comes inside has to be experienced.
Are you looking at a different red ball coach or white ball, red ball same?
That is not yet decided, but actually that wouldn't be a bad idea, really. If you can zero in on that, look at two different areas. But that is not yet discussed again. That only after we get back. We've been so tied up with this World Cup, that
Yeah,
everything is put on the back shelf for the moment. Yeah. So from tomorrow we'll start again. I think. Yeah. These
right.
issues.
And of course, everyone's talking about the end of a T20 era for Virat and Rohit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect way to end their T20 career.
Sure, I mean it's just befitting of them, that they both participated, they did well, and I think it's the right time for them to go to, and they've gone at the right time, really, it's because they've had a fantastic run, both of them. We are going to miss them, but there are a lot of young creators there who got to step into and put their hands up, and take their places, which is not going to be difficult to set. But when Tendulkar retired, I mean, nobody thought someone will fill his shoes. But then Virat came along and he did a fantastic job. So I'm sure the IPL is throwing up a lot of young cricketers. So we should find someone who will be capable in the next few years.
Yeah, there are a lot of names, which after this present IPL, you have the
Yeah,
Abhisheks
yeah,
and all of them.
yeah,
So, and now they're all going to
yeah.
Zimbabwe. So I think there's
That's right.
plenty
Yeah,
of talent. But just on that, Roger, there's one
yeah.
complaint is that
Hmm.
India won the first T20, which is in 2007. After
Yeah,
that was when IPL started. And since that, we've not won. Why do you think this
yeah,
is the
yeah.
case?
Well, I think we were close in many situations. We were very close, but T20 is the game. If like if we have just one small bat session in the field, I mean you're gone. That's what happened in the previous time. Of course, the last one in Australia was okay. That was a one-sided game. We lost by 10 wickets, but otherwise, we even this tournament. I mean, we could have been knocked out. If we had just one bad session, we were able to convert those sessions into our favor.
Right.
So
And
yeah.
did you guys have some mental conditioning coach or anything that you look at that aspect of it, or was it just left to Dravid and Rohit?
Yeah, they had someone coming in on occasions to do it whenever they wanted it. But I think all credit goes to these two, Rohit and Rahul, and they had the support of Kohli also. You see, being a former captain and such a great player and leader, so that also played a big role in in taking these guys up there.
Right. And Roger, on the whole, the World Cup, US, what were the pluses, minus, the negatives, the
Yeah,
pitches where came in for some criticism. What was
yeah,
your take on the entire thing? I mean, West Indies is still a cricket playing nation, but US.
yeah. That's right. It was a bit disappointing, the US leg, because the pitches were not up to the mark really. They probably they had a lot of difficulties because they couldn't prepare the pitches earlier because they just gone through a winter, you see, and they had to wait for winter to finish before the grass was laid and those reasons. But still, I think they were not ready for the World Cup really in Florida and in New Jersey, I mean in New York, when these two venues were lacking. You know, the grounds, see the grounds, even they have a lot of rain. The grounds they didn't have enough covers. To cover the grounds. Whereas Florida, the match should have gone on. We lost one game in Florida. Luckily, it didn't have any effect on us. But it you cannot lose the World Cup games like that. Due to weather. Pakistan probably went out because of that. You know,
Yeah.
they lost a few games. Yeah, so it's not fair.
What,
Yeah,
what is the ICC looking? What are the feedback or the corrective measures ICC is going to take going forward?
yeah. Well, they'll have to improve. You see, they have other centers they have. Which have been very active in local cricket and the rest. But I think they need to do a lot of grassroots development. I mean, just they're playing with all expats who are playing in the team. It doesn't make sense. It has to. They have to get in the American kids playing the game, and make it popular like their baseball and basketball, the rest of it.
Do you
Which is
see that happen?
difficult.
Do you
It's a
see
big
that happening?
challenge.
Do you see that
Hmm?
happening? Do you see that happening?
It's a big challenge. A big challenge. They have to. I mean, they have to start in right up at the school levels. And
Hmm.
it's going to take time. Yeah. So they've got to have the patience to wait and do it. Otherwise, it's just going to be a game like what happened in Singapore and Malaysia, Hong Kong. I mean, they just didn't move from there.
Right.
Because no one trusts Middle East is a fine example. It's all Indians and Pakistanis playing there, so it doesn't make sense. No local person is involved. So the game is definitely not going to be supported by the even by the government.
Right. So what? How does ICC spread cricket? What
Yeah,
are your suggestions?
yeah. They, I think, yeah. We have ICC tournaments. Like where you have the Asia Cup and all that. We have ICC Americas play with their own tournament, and ICC Asia plays their own tournament. So I think that's the one that should be, a little more activity should take place. They should play probably in the junior categories, 16s and 19s. You see, and
Right.
then bring the best team back in. Bring the best team that qualifies into the World Cup. You see, because it's too many teams which actually didn't fit the bill, to playing in the World Cup. It's not right. I mean, I think it takes away the sheen from the World Cup. When you have teams who are not performing, records are being broken. So I think ICC's got to look at that. They've got to have more development in that the grassroots areas for these ICC teams.